I'm Ian Nielsen. Would you look at this, we have another Macbeth adaptation. We sure need more of those, don't we? And joining us tonight will be the star of said production, Fate of Kings, starring as Macbeth, in the role of Macbeth, in this Macbeth adaptation, Fate of Kings, Alistair Smithy. Hey Liam, thanks for having me. Glad that you could be here. So this film has been in the works for quite a while now. Can you explain to us how it came about? Yeah, the director and I have been wanting to do something along the lines of a more classical Shakespearean literature for a little while now. I guess this is us just finally getting onto it. We do love the original writings, but we did want to put our own twist on it, so for some elements we drew inspiration from mythology and time travel. Whoa, wait, hold up. You're saying that mythology and time travel inspired you in this one? This is Shakespeare, right? There's none of that. No, it's just been inspired by that. We didn't integrate it into the story at all. It really shaped how we wanted to view fate or prophecies in the play. So we viewed it as kind of a glimpse into the future that set that event in stone. It wasn't going to change from that point, with no exceptions at all. This is seen in some mythology and other sci-fi fiction, where a hero looks into the future and sees himself die. They'll try really hard to stop that, but it may not always work. So maybe they'll die, or a clone of them will die and they'll live. Wow, had to go and confuse me with big words like integrate and live. Oh no, I'm very sorry. We cannot go past the fact that your adaptation has received quite a bit of criticism. Some are saying that your portrayal of Macbeth is far too innocent and weak. What do you have to say about that? Yeah, that was kind of our aim. We wanted the audience to either like or sympathise with Macbeth by the end of the play, where he's just a traumatised man with all the power in the world. He's King of Scotland, but he can't beat this little prophecy. I haven't been bothered to actually watch the film, so can you talk me through how your portrayal of Macbeth is too passive throughout the film? So Macbeth is very often shown as an ambitious, power-hungry, just generally a strong man, and a lot of his choices and actions come down to this through his ambition or trying to snuff out his competition. Even from the start of the play, he's this hardened warrior, slicing a man in half. And a lot of the characters are represented this way, with strong wills or really decisive in their actions. Okay, but that's quite an orthodox reading of the play. What about your film specifically? Macbeth is never really shown as weak or feeble in most adaptations of the play. Plenty where he goes mad, but none really start him off nicely, and we wanted to try something new. He may be a hardened warrior from the beginning of the play, but even a sense of consequence or weight can be added to his actions. A shiver of the lip or wincing as he kills a man. From there, the promise of Thane of Cawdor manipulates him into wanting to believe the prophecy and that he will become king. But the thought of regicide just absolutely kills him to consider it. It drives him mad. And then this is joined with an overwhelming sense of PTSD from years on a battlefield and countless murders. It's a lot like the quote from The Dark Knight. Heath Ledger as the Joker states that madness is like gravity. All it takes is a little push. If all madness takes is a little push, committing regicide, killing the King of Scotland, and going against the word of God, it's like a Spartan kick off the edge. This leads him astray to do some of the more questionable things in the play. He's no longer fully in control of his mind. A couple good scenes really show this. The Banquo's ghost at the dinner party, and Act 3, Scene 2, where he says, "Oh, full of scorpions is my mind, dear wife." He's already losing it and breaking down at this point, and it's quite direct in what's going on. But after the Banquo's ghost scene, where the dinner party has been excused and it's just Lady Macbeth and Macbeth left, Macbeth says, "It will have blood, they say. Blood will have blood. Stones have been known to move and trees to speak." We really wanted to amp up the chaos he's feeling in this scene. So I undid the top of my shirt, slouched into a corner and began to sob. The villain of fate then returns with a new prophecy, and this time through madness and a distaste for what this prophecy says, Macbeth tries to reject it. But as set up from the beginning of the film, this isn't going to happen. The prophecy has been now set in stone. It will not change. So, can you walk us through this fate thing again? So, fate, or prophecies as a whole, cannot be changed. They're a direct glimpse into the future, and thus it is sealed. It's not that Macbeth, the characters, or we as people don't have a freedom of choice. Macbeth makes various choices throughout the play to both speed up and slow down the coming of the prophecies. But the power of a prophecy is that it will come true. It's set in stone. This is standard narrative in a lot of mythology and mythological themes. I guess what I'm trying to say is the true villain of our film is fate. So, doesn't Hamlet die in the play? Walk us through how you treated that. Yeah, so he's a skilled warrior and can hold his own in a fight, but we wanted him to almost want death by that point. The rest of the prophecy had come true and his mind was absolutely gone. We wanted the focus of the final battle to be on Macbeth thinking about what he's done and realizing that there's no fighting this prophecy, and just to give himself in to Macduff.
Oh, wow. Oh, God. I'm so sorry. I totally just checked out there. I don't remember a single thing since you said it's nice to be here, but checking the cameras, it's saying that we're finished here, so thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you very much for having me. It's been great to be here.
Alright, so thanks for joining us on whatever show this is. Good night!
Yeah, go on.